What's up, Finn fans? I'm gonna wait for some of you guys to get in the room. I got tons of stuff to talk about, but writing stuff down that I want to talk about with you guys live, get some live reactions. If you don't know, now you know. So I'm gonna wait for some of you guys to get in here. I have no one in here. What's up, Red? How you doing, bud? Christopher, what is up, my guys? Yes, you are first. King Gamer, what's up, man? What's up, Shotgun 305? What's up, bud? Shake Money, what's up, dude? DMV Live, what's up, man? What's up, Justin? Got some things to talk about, some mini camp things to talk about. What's up, Eric? Did Murray get overpaid? I don't even. What's up, Lucas? What's up, Robert? What's up, guys? 38 in the room, 4 thumbs up. Thumbs up. I don't know. What's up, Styles? What's up, Mike? Flip side, what's up? Fort Pierce in the house. What's up, dude? Antonio, what's up? Brian, what's up? Can you make him mad and rebuild? I'm thinking about it. David, what's up? BD, James, we can't trade Jones. We'll talk about it. I wrote it down. Christopher, I've been infiltrating Patriot Facebook page today. Oh boy, what's up, Paul Cleveland? Rashad. I probably spelled his name wrong. I would Rashad or no Rashad. I'll talk about it. Poly King 305, what's up, dude? How you liking your cutout creation? Hey, what's up, Andrew? Damn, Alaska. How is Alaska there right now? I've always wanted to go to Alaska. I love the cold and I love like the woods and stuff. Andrew, how is it in Alaska right now? I'd probably love it right now. What's up, Brian? Not singing. Nice singing. You should be on The Voice. Thanks, bud. Aiden, what's up? Was Jones there? Minicamp starts tomorrow. This is a preview. Eric, I'm thinking 46-win season. What do you think? Around there. I agree. What's up, Ronnie? All right. Should we start talking some Dolphin preview? What's up, Hawaiian Dolphin? It's hanging with pride. Nice, dude. Nice. It's summertime in Alaska right now and very beautiful. It's not cold, about 70 degrees. That's perfect. What's up, Douglas? That's perfect, Andrew. It's about 75 in New Jersey right now. Nice breeze. It's nice and cool. It's actually like I'm enjoying this. But I've always wanted to go to Alaska. Like Alaska is just a dream of mine to go there and check it out and go fishing and all that stuff. I love Alaska. I've never been there and I love Alaska. It makes no sense. 8th and 8th season. Oh, I was confused. Jones will be there. I feel that the stories about Jones are just that, stories. We're going to talk about that. What's up, Billy? I'm thinking 8 and 8 this year, 12 and 4 next year. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Again, we don't know. I just watched a Marino versus Manning duel from 1999. I was so pumped. That was good. That was a good one. And the Drew Bledsoe one when Marino came back from his torn Achilles and Bledsoe came back from his injury. That mud game. That was a really good game. If you guys want to watch a good aerial game, watch that one. It was like 4th and 10 or something like that. Marino throws a touchdown. Nice bomb. Hey, do you still listen to Audible? I just found it again. They had a podcast app. No, I don't. I'll definitely check it out. What's up, Digital Playhouse? Can't wait to see Rosen play in preseason. Me too. I'm very, very excited for that. Come in the summertime. It's perfect weather. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. It's just right because it's perfect. This summer here are beautiful and it's beautiful scenery. Andrew, 100% I agree, dude. That's why I want to go to Alaska. I don't like the heat. So Alaska, like their summer is perfect for me, and their winter is cold as shit, but I still love it. Yeah, I'm thinking about going to Alaska. If I do, I'll hit you up, Andrew. Shake Money, thank you so much for the $5 donation, dude. Glad someone appreciates Drake. Love you. Love your point you made yesterday. Thanks, bud. We can talk about that if you want me to write it down. I would prefer to talk about it with TD Finns Talk because he brought up the conversation. If you guys don't know, I was in TD Finns Talk. His live stream yesterday, and he talked about Kenyon Drake versus Balaj versus Mark Walton. And he was talking about, he likes Kenyon Drake a lot, but he talks about how he sees the promise in Balaj and Walton and can see how Kenyon Drake is expendable. So me and him I was talking to him, but it's hard to have a conversation when you're reading a chat, especially if your chat just starts to fill up, because then you'll miss things that people say. And then, so it's better to have a debate like that one-on-one video. So I prefer either to be in the chat to talk about it, or when we do our collab that we'll talk about a Kenyon Drake style thingamabobber. Yeah, I watched that live. It was like 20. Yeah. Time for Drake to be the man. Why do people think Florida is hot? It's not, because I lived in Florida all my life. Red, what is the coolest it's ever been in Florida? Like, what is the lowest it's ever been in Florida? I was at the game in '94, best game I ever saw in person. It's on the podcast app for free. We're going to be able to run wild this year. I agree. I just got done watching 85 Bears losing to the Miami Dolphins. That was a game, Arrow game. Yeah, that was a very good game. Man, oh man. I always watch the recording shows on my way to work. This is the first time I'm live. Vince up. What's up, Mr. J. Pierre? What's up, Miami Guns? It was hot as balls today in Florida. Yeah. Like, what's the coolest it's ever been in Florida? Because if it's not like 20 degrees, I want to hear it. I love the cold. Like, you have no idea how cold I love it. Do you think Jones will be traded, yes or no, and why? Miami Guns, I'll get to that in 2 seconds. It gets cold enough to snow in Orlando. And I think Orlando is higher than Miami. It was in the hundreds here in Florida. No. I got an idea for you. Hit up Kim Bocamper and see if you can get on the Audible. Yeah, after the mini camp, it gets real quiet for about a month. There's nothing for a month. I'm going to start hitting up some players and seeing if I can get them to come talk. What's up, Mr. BP954? Depends on what part of Florida. I saw it snow in Miami. If our DNs show up and break out, being able to give pressure on an average level, at least, I think we'll have some game just because of the defense. Yeah, I agree. Bears game I watched. Low 40s. But is that like a constant? Like here in New Jersey, when it's wintertime, it's the low 40s is what you get. And sometimes it drops, but it's normally like low 40s. Hundreds is nothing for me. See, right? So that's why it's like a difference of opinion. Why are we talking about weather when this is about the Dolphins? But yeah, I love the cold. It's 90s. In the 90s, it snowed. Blah blah blah. All right, let's talk Dolphins. Let's get off of the weather bend. Okay, you guys want to talk about Rashad Jones? Let's talk about Rashad Jones. There's a ton of people, and there's could you wish good luck to all the Dolphins in Ohio after the terrible tornado? Yeah, everyone, not even just Dolphin fans, everyone in general in Ohio. I hope everyone is okay. I hope everyone's recovering from that horrible tornado. It went from Ohio and it came over to me in New Jersey, and there was like a tornado threat for me, but obviously nothing compared to Ohio. So I wish everyone, if you guys are watching from Ohio, I hope you guys are all right. I hope everything's all right. And I hope everyone's recovering well. Since the weather here is 40s, could be the 40s, and winter in Florida it's the 70s. Yeah, see, but that's why I go to Miami in November, because it's 70s, 80s, and I can deal with that. Okay, let's talk about Reshad Jones. Now, a lot of people are very upset. I'm gonna break it down. I got a ton of notes, and I took a bunch of screenshots and all that stuff so we could talk about it. So Reshad Jones, there's an article that came out that Reshad Jones is going to be traded. The Miami Dolphins really want to trade Reshad Jones. Miami Dolphins are looking to trade Reshad Jones. Blah, blah, blah. They're trading Reshad Jones. Again, it's a very, very dead time. Minicamp's going to happen, and then it gets even deader for about a month. Will the Dolphins trade Reshad Jones? I don't know. If I was the Dolphins, and the only way I would trade Reshad Jones is if the pick is good, or if they give us a player that can help us on the D line, on the O line, an edge rusher or something. We trade them. They give us a good edge rusher, a good young edge rusher that has a ton of potential. Kind of like a baseball move if you think about it. We'll give you our star pitcher that probably has 2 or 3 good years left in him, and you give us some of your developmental talent that will end up being something great, right? Again, I don't want to trade Reshad Jones. And also, Reshad Jones' cap hit and his contract is around $15 million guaranteed. He's guaranteed all $15 million. So for the Dolphins to try to trade him, the team would have to understand his contract, and then the compensatory for that would also be way, way lower. Okay, so I was asked on TD asked me on his live stream yesterday, what realistically in your mind would you see the Dolphins getting if they traded Reshad Jones? Again, I'm going to keep saying this because some people might pop in and it might be a little late not to hear me say it the first time. I don't want to trade Reshad Jones. So Devil Dog says if the Dolphins trade him, we lose about $4 million, but save 13. Yes, but the team has to then take on his contract or have to restructure it. And why would Rashad Jones want to structure a contract where he's guaranteed $15 million? But I'll get to that in a second. So I was asked what compensatory pick would I expect. If they take him as is, probably about a fifth. If a team is like, all right, we'll just take Rashad a fifth. But if the Dolphins pay for some of his contract, or if the team that he goes to, he agrees to renegotiate his contract, maybe I could see a third. I don't want to trade Rashad Jones. I don't want to trade Rashad Jones for the simple fact that he still has a lot left, and don't trade if we're going to trade him. So if the Miami Dolphins are actually going to trade Rashad Jones, I wouldn't do it now. I would wait till training camp, and then I would wait for a team that their safety gets injured and they need a safety. Because then all of a sudden the demand for Rashad Jones would go up more. Right now, safeties and running backs are not getting paid anything. They're getting paid bottom of the bottom. So for Rashad Jones to be traded to a team and then they're going to have to take on his contract, it just doesn't make sense, because the team's like, no, we can. People have signed Eric Weddle, people have signed Eric Berry for way less than Rashad Jones is making. So it's like, no, why would we do that? That's stupid. So you got to wait till somebody gets injured. Then all of a sudden the need for Rashad Jones is going to get higher, especially if it's a team that, the Chiefs, the Chargers, he wouldn't get traded there, but the Patriots, Steelers, teams that are constantly in the hunt, and all of a sudden their star safety gets injured, then you trade him. Again, I don't want to trade Rashad Jones. I'm going to keep saying that in between, because I know some people will be like, why do you want to let him go? I don't want to trade Rashad Jones. I don't. Just letting you guys, I'm going to keep saying that. So some of the reasons why people want to see Rashad Jones get traded is because he gave up on the team last year. I don't think he gave up on the team last year. That one Jets game, he was super pissed. He let his emotions get the best of him, and he sat down. I don't blame him. I wouldn't have done it myself. But if you are playing for a team with Matt Burke and Adam Gase who don't tell you shit, who favorite certain people, and who also have their heads shoved up their ass, I would get very frustrated too, especially if they're not informing him or using him properly, because Rashad Jones wasn't used properly in Matt Burke's system. So not only was he frustrated by the fact that he wasn't used properly in Matt Burke's system, but then they're going to start cutting his playing time because all of a sudden, oh, you're not performing. So there's that. I also don't think he gave up. And then people like to say that he gave up because he didn't play well for the rest of the season. Because in against the Tennessee Titans, he had 2 interceptions, 4 solo tackles, 3 assists, and 1 tackle for loss. So he had about 8 tackles in the first game. The Jets game, he had 3 tackles. So it wasn't that much, but he also tore his shoulder. He tore the muscle in his shoulder. He played all of 2018 season with a torn shoulder. Thank you, Adam Burke, so much for the $5 donation. If you have a question, when I'm done with this rant, I will definitely get to it. But he had a torn shoulder that he played from week 3 till week 17, and he didn't miss a game with a torn shoulder, guys. It wasn't like he had a sprain. He tore his shoulder. He played a full season with a torn shoulder. So if you're saying to me, okay, he sucked the second half of the season, he really didn't. He played decent. Yeah, he didn't have crazy interceptions. He had 1 QB hit, and he had 1 interception in the last game of the season. But he had a torn shoulder the whole game. He gave up on the team, Doug. he gave up on this team. Yeah, he really gave up on the team playing a full season with a torn shoulder that he had to have surgery for, that he's now rehabbing. That everyone's getting all bent out of shape, that Rashad Jones isn't there because he's rehabbing his torn shoulder that he played a full season with. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even going to break down stats because who cares about stats? Because stats are irrelevant at this point. So there's that, right? He gave up on the team when he honestly didn't. And the fact that he played injured shows how much he loved the team and how much he didn't give up on the team. Then the no-show at OTAs, right? Even Jason Taylor made a point to say when he was on the Dolphins that playing OTAs is like football in your pajamas, and he sees it as a waste of time. Jason Taylor, but no one wants to talk about Jason Taylor. No one wants to talk about Jason Taylor not being at the OTAs. Reshad Jones not at OTAs. People are pissed. Why isn't he there? He had a new coach, a new scheme. Reshad Jones should be at OTAs. When it comes to a veteran who has played in how many different defensive schemes, I'm pretty sure he'll pick it up when he has mandatory minicamp and a full month of training camp. Again, and also, he's rehabbing his shoulder. But everyone wanted to get on Reshad Jones, saying, Reshad Jones, why aren't you there? Why aren't you there? He should be there. A vet should be there. And, all that stuff. Okay, cool. Let's talk about people that weren't there. Melvin Gordon, not at OTAs. Le'Veon Bell, not at OTAs. Patrick Peterson, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham, Melvin Ingram, Julio Jones, Vic Beasley. Darius Slay wasn't at Detroit Lions OTAs, and he's saying he's skipping minicamp as well. So I just named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players that weren't at their team's OTAs, and I can find even more vet star players that weren't at their team's OTAs, and it's not as big a deal as Reshad Jones. So it just boggles my mind. Would I trade Reshad Jones? No. I want that veteran leadership in the locker room, and I want him to be playing where he's supposed to and making those tackles at the line of scrimmage. If he gets traded, I won't be upset. It is what it is. If the Dolphins trade Reshad Jones, we get a 4th for him. Or if the Dolphins trade Reshad Jones and we pick up a defensive end pass rusher that can really help, then I'd be super pumped. So that's my thoughts on Reshad Jones. I'm not talking about Reshad Jones again because Reshad Jones will be there tomorrow. And if he's not, then I'll say, all right, you messed up. You better be at mandatory minicamp. But he will be there tomorrow. The articles about him getting traded are probably someone's like, hey, would you trade Reshad Jones? And then someone said, well, nothing's off the table. And then, oh, Reshad Jones, he's got to get traded. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's just bored. So that's how I feel. I wouldn't trade Reshad Jones. If he did get traded, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm a fan. I'll give you my guys' opinions on it. But me personally, I wouldn't trade Reshad Jones. But I gave you my guys' opinions on all the stuff I feel. Mike, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Surprise guy that will start in 2019. Surprise guy that will start in 2019. Well, that's a good question. Surprise guy. Preston Williams. I'm not saying he's starting the whole season, but don't be surprised if he does start a game. Don't be surprised. But yeah, did my rant about Reshad Jones. I'm going to get to some of your guys' comments, and I'm going to talk about some other stuff that I got written down. But that's just how I feel about the Reshad Jones thing. It's redundant. It's stupid. And for people to think that he gave up on the team, it's just he played a full season with a torn shoulder. It just blows my mind. No. Okay. What are you guys saying? But Dougie, honestly, though, with Jones being the age he is, do you really picture him being him fit into Flores long term? I get what you're saying, but who knows what happened. Devil Dog, agree 100%. 100%. And that's why I'm saying I would like to keep him, but if we trade him, I'm not going to be upset. Because again, like you said, he's 31. Is he going to fit into that system? Is he going to be here for 3 years? No, he's going to be here for 1 year and then gone. So if they do trade him, I'm not upset. I'm not pissed. I'm not anything. I'll give you guys my opinion. But I would prefer to keep him. But, we never know what happens. Oh, my effing God. I literally can't take this anymore. I can't wait any longer. The endless days of playing football. Yeah. Woodson went from corner, though. I got to start conversations because I ranted for like a good 15, 20 minutes. How about Rashad at safety and TJ at linebacker? Rashad Jones is better at the line of scrimmage, Robert. Rashad Jones and TJ McDonald are the same safety, where they're at the line making those tackles. And that's why he wasn't used properly, because they had TJ McDonald doing that stuff, or they had Mika Fitzpatrick at the line, and they would have Rashad Jones in the back, and that's not what he's made for. Is Fitzpatrick going to start the season? We talk about quarterback. Preston Williams will take Parker's job, just a matter of time. I agree. All right, you guys, Fitzpatrick will start. I don't know. Because when you think about it, the people that want Josh Rosen to start makes a very valid point. Why trade for this guy, and why have this guy on the team to be a backup, to not see what he can do, to see if we need to take a quarterback next year? So it makes sense. That makes sense to me. But then also there's a group of fans that want to win. And it seems like the best possibility to win is Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm happy, and I've said this thousands of times, I'm happy with either way. If Fitzpatrick starts, cool. If Rosen starts, cool. I want the guy who won the quarterback position fairly to start. It's been a long time since we had a quarterback competition in the Dolphins. We need Jones. If he's not there, our depth is thin. Mika is 50% of our depth right now. Lucas, I agree somewhat. I don't think we'd be thin if Rashad Jones isn't there, especially with them having Bobby McCain potentially play safety. We don't know what they're doing. I literally can't wait. Oh, I already said that. Retire blows. Do you see Rashad Jones unfollow Dolphins? Did he really? I don't look into that stuff. Also, where did you find that he did that? Like, I don't look at that. Again, if he gets traded, he gets traded. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded. What's up, Gonzalez, Philip Gonzalez? But best scenario, Fitz plays great, so we can't play Rosen. Gives Rosen more time to learn the offense. I mean, the guy cost us nothing. Yeah, Chippy squad. That's best case scenario. But then you got to think, okay, what if we get about 6 wins? We don't know what we have in Rosen. I'm going to play devil's advocate. So if you guys say one way, I'm going to ask you guys a question the other way. If you guys say the other way, I'm going to ask you a question the other way. We'll play devil's advocate. I'm going to get you guys thinking, get you guys brains rolling, you know? Hey, do you and other YouTubers agree on which topics to talk about? Because you seem like the only one that talks about OTAs, which is a good thing. Ronald, no. I don't talk to TD. I don't talk to K Flexen. I don't talk to Anthony Saba. If you guys don't know, check him out. I'm not like in constant contact with these guys. I just do what I do. And I love the Dolphins. Not saying they don't. They definitely do. But I love the Dolphins, and I love every aspect of it. So when I can get any little tidbit of football, I want it. So with OTAs, mini camps, training camp, I give you everything. So no, we don't talk. We don't talk to each other. We only talk to each other when we're going to collab, or when one of us makes a good point on Twitter or is live streaming. But yeah, I think we're going to play Fitz till he fizzes out, and then throw in Rosen. Yeah, I don't disagree. On Instagram, you can see who he's following. The Dolphins are gone. The unknown gamer, but did he ever follow the Dolphins in the first place? I like your take on our quarterback situation. Thank you, Robert. It's just that's how I feel, you know. Either way, I'm fine with it. Either way is a win in my eyes. I just want the best quarterback to start. When are you going to do a Madden fantasy season with our current roster made by you? I don't know. I'd have to do it on the Bit Boys because a lot of you guys don't want me to do it on this channel. But I don't know. Thank you, McLaren. I mean, if we get 6 wins, we would have to put Rosen in. I mean, if we get like 10 wins. Oh. Trade Devontae Parker and Jones for a third. Devontae Parker's costing us like $2 million, and we could cut him and not cost anything. He is following the team, Doug. I just checked. The guy's fucking with me. Oh. Okay. People tend to do it. I could tell after a while if someone really is messing with me. Preston Williams, four-man Devontae Parker, question mark, McLaren. Is that a question? I was scratching my upper lip. Preston Williams, I don't think he's a poor man's Devontae Parker. I haven't seen him go against NFL talent, so I don't know. Flores said they know if he's ready or not. A lot of quarterbacks shine sitting on the bench for a while. Yeah. I don't know how they would shine sitting on the bench when they're not doing anything. I sent you the screenshot on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter yet, follow me on Twitter. Oh, yeah, he's following Dolphins. I could see. So, who's saying? I just think it's funny because you see that I'm in the bottom corner. But yeah, he's following the Miami Dolphins. Give it a second. I'll get closer. Boom. Rashad Jones following the Miami Dolphins. And then you are watching me live right there. Funny. What's up with Kiko? This is the way you got to think about the OTAs, right? So OTAs are nothing. With the OTAs, you're not going to hear offensive lineman or defensive lineman doing anything in OTAs. You might hear a would-be sack. And if you guys noticed when I was making my videos, a lot of what I was saying was, what's up, Corey? That what I was saying was that my brain is shutting off. Red, just so you know, if someone curses, it's fine as long as it's not derogatory. Because I'm just watching the chat and I want to like let someone in. But Red, like people can curse as long as they're not being nasty and malicious. My brain's shutting off now. Oh, OTAs. If you don't hear offensive lineman or defensive lineman, but you hear would-be sacks, which I have said before, like, it's all right, Red. I'm just letting you know. But like, see, like Christopher, like why? Why Christopher? Yeah, now just for that, Christopher, boom, I did it. Boom. But you'll hear would-be sacks, which means that they held the ball on and all that stuff, yada, yada. But you don't hear anything because pads. You got to wait for the pads to come on to hear from linebackers, to hear from defensive linemen and offensive linemen. So asking about Kiko is, with OTAs and stuff, you're going to hear more from quarterbacks, wide receivers, and corners. So we got to wait. Talk about Mahomes sitting behind Smith. Shake, you're talking about Mahomes. How is it the same with Fitzpatrick and Rosen? You guys are in their own. I think Fitz gives Miami more wins to start the season, given the opportunity, honestly, but Rosen needs to play against teams that compete also. All speculation and hard to judge until they play together. Agree, Lucas. Agree. Will Flores really use fullbacks often, Robert? I hope so. I hope we're running the ball down people's throats. I really hope so. Do you think Dolphin fans are inherently optimistic, or is that just something all football team fans share? Saul, that's a very good question. I don't think it's Dolphin fans. I think it's fans in general, right? The Unknown Gamer said, I tweeted proof to you. All right, I'll check it out. Give me a second. Let me talk about this real quick. But did you message it to me, or did you actually tweet it to me? You actually tweeted it to me. There's fan bases for every team that, regardless of what they do, that they didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were some people that were really happy about the Jay Cutler signing, but then there's people, so there's groups of fans that love everything the team does. The team can never do anything wrong, right? Then there's groups of fans that are just constantly, unless the team is constantly winning, are just like, this team is always pissing me off, and you know what I'm saying? So there's those two groups, and I'm not saying it makes up majority, and then there's a third group in the middle that tends to be rational, you know? Team does something good, and if they legitimately think it does something good, they're like, yeah, that's a good move. And then if they do something bad, they're like, why are you doing that? You know? I think that makes up the majority where it's a shift, you know, where they can recognize good and they can recognize bad. And then, you know what I'm saying? Let me get that tweet. He says he sent me proof. He sent me a video. But is that so? Who sent me the real Rashad Jones then? Let me see. Let me see. You forgot hypocritical fans. So I don't care. I'm just gonna leave it at that. If he unfollowed or still follows the Miami Dolphins, it's redundant to me. I don't really think it cares. Douglas, I just want to thank you for checking on the status that I asked you about the games Devontae Parker played. No problem, Edward. You guys asked me to do something, unless it's ridiculous. I'll most likely do it. I love the Dolphins, and I loved them since I was 4. Play the quarterback who's best understands the playbook and gives the best chance to win. Agreed, David. Whoever wins the quarterback battle, go with it. Gamer, he is still following them. I just went to the account under mutually followed accounts. Zach says. Zach, he sent me like a video where he was typing in Miami Dolphins and nothing was popping up under Reshad Jones thing. I don't care. I don't. Wanted Breeze the whole time. There are those fans too who wanted Drew Brees, and then, you know, the whole Drew Brees. How old are you, Doug? I'm 31, Brian. The whole Drew Brees thing is funny to me because you kind of look at the time that it happened, right? So you have one quarterback who messed up his throwing arm, and then you have another quarterback who messed up his knee. It's like, who are you going to try to go for? But in hindsight now, it was a horrible move. But back then, you got to think about it, you know. He completely messed up his shoulder, whereas Dante Culpepper only messed up his knee. He can still throw, but then, yeah. We all know what happened. I will laugh so hard if I hear Rick roll. If Gesicki and Harris can break out, it could bring us a step forward easily. Yeah. Those are some of the players that really need to step up. Culpepper, yeah, I did that too. That'll show pages that aren't mutual. So that's only who he's following and you aren't. Forget Breeze, we need to talk. Yeah. It's just brought up. You guys say something, I'm going to read it. If you go to mutual and look for it, it's not optimistic this year, but I like to see a team that continues to improve, Robert says. I'm optimistic to an extent, right? I don't expect a lot of wins, but I'm optimistic because the future looks bright and things feel different. Saban screwed as hard as he did. Where's Pops at? Home. I actually have a video of him. I showed him his hat. Again, I'm giving that hat away. So, what's up, Taylor? It's good. It's going good. But he's home. He's going to be in the video soon. Don't worry. I want to see Saban on the Patriots. I don't. If Saban goes to the Patriots, we're going to have to deal with that shit again for another decade. How would you like to see the Dolphins season play out? They can't get to the Super Bowl, but any other results and options, what would you do with how you finished? So I was going to talk about that. Let me get a sip of water. I am optimistic about this season in an aspect of this team has a lot of promise, and I like the moves in the direction the team is going right now, because they might not pan out and they might not play out and they might look dumb in the future, but right now it just makes sense what the Dolphins are doing with building the team and building cap and building draft picks and building for the future and building a steady moving machine versus stockpiling it with all this stuff now. Think of it this way, right? This might be a really dumb analogy. And so if it's a dumb analogy, you could be like, that's a dumb analogy. And I'll be like, I understand. So you've got a car, right? And you have a race coming up. and this guy's like, hey, I got all these parts that you can put in your car, right? They will get you, you will win the race, not first or second place, but you'll win the race. But then after this season, those parts are going to fall apart. So after this race, you're going to need to put new parts in it. And then after that race, you're going to need to put new parts in it. So there's that, or I got this race coming up and I'm going to be putting stuff into my car little by little. But this stuff is going to last. It's high quality, you know, good stuff. But I got to do this little by little. But then when I come to that third or fourth race, I am beating people constantly. And people want to know, what's the parts that you put in there? What's this unknown name brand that you put in there that is constantly beating people's asses? That's what the Dolphins are doing. Does that make any sense? Was that analogy good at all, or was that just stupidity coming out of my mouth? All I want to see is us not making the stupidest play calls ever. Like routinely running on 3rd and 10. Yeah, I agree. Good analogy. It kind of makes sense, right? Like it was kind of. I'm late in the chat, but what's going on with Reshad Jones? Nothing. And I don't think anything will happen unless some cap movement happens. As well as we continue to add in 2020 or get a top QB, even better, I'd like to see us build assets for 2021 draft as well this coming year. What's up, Matt? Yeah, just slowly build it up. Like I said, I just have hope in Flores. I think he brings something we haven't seen before. I agree. Flores, I've said this time and time again, Flores is the type of coach that has coached in every position on a team. He's also been a part of every team, scouting and special teams and defense and offense. He's been all over, so he is a head coach. He's not a coordinator, even though he was kind of a coordinator. He's a head coach, so he knows how to be a head coach because he's been everywhere. He's been all over the team. All right, so there's one other thing I wanted to talk about. And that's Michael Dierter. If you guys don't know, Michael Dierter has still not signed his rookie contract. He's been at OTAs. He's going to be at Robert. I literally am talking about that now. How funny is that? He hasn't signed yet. So the Patriots have signed their third round pick, Chase Winovich. And Armando Salguero said that this should help the Dolphins get to signing Dierter because now they know, they can get to a deal when it comes to money. Which, when I read that, I was like, I retweeted it too. I'm like, what? There's a structure. There's a rookie contract structure, a rookie wage scale. What is he holding out for money? You're a third round pick. You should be there. You're not a first or second round pick. You need to prove yourself, my dude. So the fact that Dierter hasn't signed yet because of some money issues, I'm thinking it might be his agent because he's been to OTAs, but that bothered me. And I was like, what? Sign the contract and get your ass on the field. But he's on the field, so I can't even say that part, but sign the contract. Do you think Rosen will pan out? Do you think we'll draft a quarterback first next year? Or do you think Rosen does enough to convince the Dolphins he's long-term? It depends if he starts, Christopher. If Rosen starts week 1, then we'll know if we'll draft a quarterback next year, but it all depends if he starts. Since Flores is defensive-minded, do you think the defense will be a lot better, or do you think we'll take some time for the new system to gel? Farmer G, it always takes a minute for the new system to gel, normally about 4 weeks. So after week 5, you really get to feel what your team is like. But he also was on the offensive side of the ball. I think that's what made him a very good defensive coordinator and defensive-minded coach is because he knows how to run an offense as well. Again, he's a very well-rounded head coach. Are there any free agents out there that you think would be a good fit for us right now? It's a good question, AJ. I wanted a bunch of defensive guys. I think Claiborne, the corner, is still out there. There's some guys that are still out there. Some offensive linemen. That right tackle from the Falcons is still out there. There's a bunch of guys that are still out there. I wanted that young defensive tackle, but he re-signed with the Patriots. His name is just completely out of my head. We are doing the same as the Browns did 2 years ago. They took Kaiser in the second round. He sucked, so they traded him next year. Just saying, Rosen trade, a great move. Yeah, I agree. Dieter wants an extra $5K and a free Disney pass. How many new players and their positions you feel we need to become Super Bowl contenders? How many new players and their positions, Dwayne asks, to become Super Bowl contenders? To be a Super Bowl contender, which means you're constantly in the playoffs and you're constantly winning your division. For me, and I will always stick to this, to win constantly and to win championships. Danny Shelton, thank you, Red. To constantly win championships, you need to build the offense and defensive line. The trenches are so ridiculously important to a football team that if you have these trenches that are just stout and just can constantly either push the defensive line around or constantly get pressure on the quarterback and stop the run, the rest of the team just thrives. Offensive line can give the quarterback time, but offensive line, most importantly, can open up the run, which then instills play action, which then gives the quarterback more time. Defensive line, like I said, if your quarterback has no time to throw the ball, the corners will get interceptions and will make the corners look great because their throws are they're too quick, and that happens. And also, if you stop the run, then it forces the pass, which then the edge rushers can just pin the ears back and go after them. Also, defensive linemen need to take on more than one blocks, especially defensive tackles, to help the linebackers get in there and get sacks and tackles. So for me, when you're asking what players and positions, I'm going to give you a very, very vague answer, and it's just defense and offensive line. Tom Brady's 12 miles away from me right now. I can take him out. I don't condone any violence on this channel. Pat Steve, you think it is, yeah, Danny Shelton. If Rosen plays good to great, we have a first-round pick. We save a first-round pick. Yeah, Roman. If Rosen shows that the Cardinals are just a bad scheme and a bad fit for him, yeah, definitely. We could take that first-round pick and get an edge rusher, get a wide receiver, get whatever. I don't think it can go that way. Rosen is 22. Build the young man's confidence and send him out next year. He has 3 years left in his contract and a fifth-year option. I don't see the fire. It all depends on your mindset and your thoughts on the quarterbacks next year, Chad. If you think a quarterback next year is better, will be a better prospect than Rosen, or will help the team better than Rosen, then you have to then really think of, well, what should we do? Do you think anyone on the team now is in the mold like Richie Incognito? Danny, what do you mean? Like he's a bully? I think that's like completely out of the NFL now. Tom Brady kisses his kids on the lips for like 4 minutes at a time. That's so weird. I'm sorry. That's so weird. As much as I respect the man, I hate him, and that's just weird. Yeah, that's a good point. Wolford was super strong, though. Yeah, he's just great against the run. What do you think? Not why, Doug. Reading is fundamental. What do you think of Charles Harris? You think he'll be better in the regular defense or a rushing linebacker? I think Charles Harris is going to surprise a lot of people this year. I think Charles Harris is going to do very well this year. Do a video about preseason opportunity rosters and their depth. What kind of matches are we looking at? So, Lucas, you want me to do a video about preseason opponent rosters and their depth? Maybe. Depends, because I have a good month that I have to make content. I don't have to. I want to make content for you guys. Like I said, mandatory minicamp stops 6th, and then it's like 3-4 weeks of just because training camp normally is like the end of June. So I'm not making videos for you guys. I'm going to be making 3-4 videos a week. So I got a lot planned for you guys. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Also, why is there 154 people in the room, but I only got 46 likes? Hit the thumbs up. Let's see if we can get this sucker to 100 likes. Normally when I ask you guys, hey, can you do me a favor, get this sucker to 100 likes? You guys do it. And like, well, I think last time it took you guys 10 seconds to get it to 100 likes. And it just blew me away. You already went up like 12 likes. Up 62. Look at that. Let's see. Can you guys get another up? Look, 66. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. I have the greatest subscribers in all of YouTube because you guys kill it. We were at 40-something likes, and I asked you guys very, very nicely to get that sucker to 100 likes, and it's already at 75. I don't even think it's been a minute yet. 25 more likes. Can you guys do it? Stop bullying me, Doug. BD, if you don't hit that thumbs up button, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to give you a very manly but passionate hug. Do you hear me? Hit that thumbs up button. We have the greatest Doug on YouTube. Thank you, Corey Brown. I greatly appreciate that. If Albert Wilson doesn't play and starts on the PUP, physically unable to perform, if people want to know what PUP stands for, can you see Ford playing, or is he the same, guys, 11 likes, kind of receiver? Adam Burke is a very great question. I wouldn't be surprised if, I honestly think Albert Wilson will start, but I don't think he'll start on the PUP, physically unable to perform list. But I do think, you know, just don't send Richie Incognito to get me. I won't. Yeah, because I don't think he's that far off. I think they might be, you know, cautious with him, but I don't think he's that far off. How many likes now? 93. 7 more likes. There's 146 of you guys in here. I need 7 of you to hit the thumbs up button. Stop saying tank for Tua. We're not tanking. I hate that. Stop saying tank for Tua. Hey, Doug, what do you think of Preston Williams? I like Preston Williams a lot. I think he's going to be really good. Jesus, I found you, the man that stole my name. Oh, Rhino? What's up, Rhino? Janet. Rhino tank for Tannehill. We're not tanking. We're not tanking. 3 more likes. Who's going to be the 3? I need 3 more likes. Who's going to be the 3? Hit the like button. I need 3 of you. I got 447. 2 more. 2 more likes. Come on. Hit it. I'm gonna start singing. 1 more like. 1 more like. Hey Doug. There we go. 100 likes. Wasn't as fast as last time, guys, though. So I'm gonna say, wasn't as fast as last time. Oh, I just lost 2 likes. Now we're back at 100. That's hilarious. Oh man. No, I lost a like. Now we're at 99. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God. So now we're at 99. We're not at 100. Now we're back at 100. I bet you one of you guys is just clicking like and like unliking. Hilarious. Yeah, let's do that. Play so bad that Tannehill feels bad and comes back. Maybe he could play receiver if Devontae plays like boop. I like Preston Williams again, but OTAs, as Jason Taylor said, is football in your pajamas. So I would need to see everyone play in pads. So training camp is where I really give you guys an assessment on what this team is going to be like. Make the Dolphins great again. So instead of MAGA, it would be what? Madga? Who's returning the football on punts and kickoffs? My brain. Eric asks. I could see Grant doing it still. Maybe Drake. Preston Williams, possibly. That's the thing. If you are undrafted or if you're a late round draft pick, to make the team, you want to get on special teams. So don't be surprised. Doug, I think my cousin Laramie is going to anchor the line very well with the addition of Mills and Dieter. If he actually is your cousin, then yes, I like Laramie Tunsil a lot, and I think he's the next guy to get. Huge contract. Midnight Rider. What's up, bud? How you doing? Mika on punt. No. What's in it for us? George. George. You know what's in it for you? Great content. Multiple times a week. 3 or 4 times a week. Great content. That's what's in it for you, George. I will do my best to entertain you guys and help you guys with this football drought until August hits. That's what's in it for you guys. If not, maybe I'll start singing. I'll start singing on the channel. Let's say for us, OTAs are about team building and setting a tone. Outside of that, it's not worth a thing. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I watched the Colorado State highlights of him. It's insane to watch. Doug, yep, I read that one. It was me. Forget Preston Williams. We have Grant. Anthony, Preston Williams and Grant are 2 different receivers. Way too different receivers. Grant is 5'11", if that, and Preston Williams is 6'4". 2 different receivers. I think Pat's got stouter, to be honest, aside from the coaching staff, Madison Grin, Lucas. Yeah, let's constantly, fucking George. Let's constantly talk how great the Patriots are and just jinx their ass. TD! Hey guys, TD Fins Talk is in the chat. Say hello to TD Fins Talk. God damn it. Everyone say hi to him right now. Say what's up. What's up, bud? It's funny how we switched. Yesterday I was on your live stream. Today you're on my live stream. You coming to any Miami games this year? Yeah, I'm thinking the Eagles game. And then I think I'm going Jets-Giants by me. Bro, you ready for tomorrow? Yeah, you know it. I got a video, as soon as the news comes out, and I'm hoping there's a play-by-play, I got a video coming out. You guys got that mini camp video. I don't know if it's open to the media, so I don't know if I'll have a play-by-play for you guys, but I hope it is open to the media. You're awesome, my Jersey brother. Thanks for all you do. Thanks, George. I appreciate you. Stills on punt. See, but BD, I think Stills is more of a he's too important to be on punts. Running back who will start, Barry. Oh, Barry. It's because you know TD Finstock is in here. You want to start talking about running backs, huh? Is that why, Barry? Greatest dream, just don't watch over Drake. Hello, maybe. TD, before they wanted to talk about Drake and that whole discussion, and I said I wasn't going to really talk about it until you were in the chat, or until we do our collab, because it doesn't really give you a chance to articulate what you want to say, because typing is annoying, especially if you're watching on your phone. But yeah, when me and TD are going to do a collab, when, I don't know, I'm not setting a definite date, but during the time between minicamp and training camp, me and TD are going to get together at least once, and I'm going to write down a bunch of things that you guys, I'm at the airport. Yeah, typing is annoying. Yeah, TD, I definitely will do that to you. But between minicamp and training camp, me and TD are going to get together, if we could find one day, and all the stuff that, Rashad Jones, Kenyon Drake, we're going to talk. Me and him are just going to get together. We're going to have a talk, either on his channel or my channel, either or. But me and TD are going to get together. We're going to have a big conversation. So, yeah. Play me a Madden. Add me on PlayStation. If you want to know what my PlayStation name is, it's my name. It's DouglieDoWrong. TD, where are you heading that you're in the airport, my dude? If you can comment on it. I think Adam Gase held the Miami Dolphins back in certain situations of his play calling, so I don't understand why the media has labeled us as the worst team in the league. Sean, it's because we got rid of a lot of talent that they want to say we're the worst team in the league. Because when we got rid of Ndamukong Suh, Jay Ajayi, Mike Pouncey, and Jarvis Landry, everyone thought we were going to be worse. But then we weren't last year. But I do agree with you that Adam Gase did hold us back a little bit. Some of his play calling was really dumb. Why is there still all this talk about Drake? Dalton, it's not like he's getting traded. It's not like he's getting cut. It's just talk. TD's picking up his family. Oh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere. I was about to be like, you coming to Jersey? You coming to hang out? Come on up. That would blow, TD, just so you know, that would blow people's minds. If one day I'm doing a video, right, a recorded video, not live, all of a sudden you just come in and sit down next to me. It would blow people's minds, or vice versa. Just so you know, TD, I'm going to Miami. I'm going to be in Florida. I'm thinking December 3rd. We could blow some people's minds if you end up going to that Eagles game and all of a sudden we're in the same video. Just saying, blow it up. Adam, thank you so much for the $5 donation, dude. I greatly appreciate it. Doug, thanks, Doug. Keep the videos coming. Awesome work. Adam, you know it. I will constantly keep that up. We will link December 3rd. Facts. You heard it first. Me, TD. I'm going to be in Miami December 3rd. TD lives in Florida. We're linking up. Can finally hug this man. Been wanting to hug TD forever. TD's like, don't come to Florida. I don't want that hug. The media doesn't like our quarterback position. That's why they think we are the worst. Yeah, that's another thing. Just added you, Doug. All right, cool. New Jersey fan, a Dolphin fan here. What part of Jersey are you from? I don't want to give you my exact, even though technically it's in my P.O. box. But Hoboken area. I'm right by Hoboken. See, Anthony already blew it up. What's up, David? How do you consider it talent when we never did anything? Richard, are you talking about the people that we have let go? Because you got to see what it, just because we didn't do anything doesn't mean that players aren't talented and players aren't considered talent. Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. Are you going to tell me Dan Marino's not talented? See what I'm saying? He isn't crazy about Drake. Well, me and him will have a conversation about it. I'm going to let him defend himself. But I don't think it's not that he's not crazy about Drake. I see where he's coming from. T's got breaking news. Jones traded to Tennessee for a quarterback named Ryan Tannehill. April Fools. Oh, it's not April. Sorry. I'm out, bro. Love you. Love to all. All right, T. Catch you later. Safe drive home, my brother. Love you. Yeah, you can't really, like, when you're saying, like, we haven't done anything, so how are these people considered talented? It's a team effort, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really say, like, oh, what, are they considered talent, you know? Should we trade Rashad? Should we trade for Ryan Anderson, outside linebacker from the Redskins? They lost. When I'm live, my brain is just in all messed up situations. But I don't see the Redskins trading any of their linebackers because they lost their linebacker towards ACL and his LCL. Dan the Man is the real GOAT. Zach, I agree, but I'm not going to get into that. Crazy Eyes Gase, how do you think he'll do with Boeing Max 8s? I don't even know what that means. Would you rather trade Jones for a third or trade him for a young safety who can prove in our defense and a low pick? Dalton, I got a third one for you. I would prefer to trade Reshad Jones for a young edge rusher that can like really like constantly get pressure. I would prefer that. Like, not saying to the scale or that will happen like a J.J. Watt, but a young J.J. Watt style. You know, constant pressure, even though J.J. Watt's constantly injured. He smoked some weed. Dustin D, probably why he's on the trading block. Dustin B. Jones on the trading block should have come to meet the new head coach at least. Dustin B, he met the new head coach already. Just because he was on an OTAs doesn't mean he didn't meet the new head coach. Ruben Foster, thank you guys. But Dan was always in the playoffs and made plays better around him. I agree, Richard, 1,000%. But Dan Marino's a bad example because Dan Marino's a Hall of Famer, the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. You know, Dan Marino, like you said, but just because a player or a team didn't go somewhere doesn't mean that the team or the player isn't talented. Prime example, Randy Moss. That's a very good one. Randy Moss. Is Randy Moss talented? Jets organization is on agree Drake with Ball. Gase eyes look like linebackers from The Water Boy. I know exactly what you're talking about, too. Charles Harris says they are playing upright instead of hand in the dirt to disguise rush versus drop back in coverage. Is this all the time? Depends. If they're doing like a 5-2 and they're doing a goal line, then probably not going to put their hands up, because to constantly get there we go. To constantly get pressure and to run versus, there's a different technique with the hands down versus up. You can easily get pushed on your ass if don't have your hand down. I think it all depends. Douglas, call me Douglas. What you think I point average going to be for the year? What do I think our point average is going to be for the year? I don't know yet. A lot of these questions will be answered during training camp. I promise you that. He has met him. They're having meetings together. Wish list for our O-line this season. Wish list in what way, Danny? Like achievements, stats? Ace Ventura: Pet Detective is the best movie of all time. We are going to take a serious hit when we trade Jones. We're going to have to eat dead money, and we will probably at best get a 6th. If they give it more than a 5th, then that would be incredible. Rhino, I'm going to call you Rhino's youth. If we trade Reshad Jones, it's only $4 million in dead money. So we don't take we don't eat a lot of dead money and take a big cap hit if we trade Reshad Jones. If we do trade Reshad Jones, it will be a low pick unless we pay for some of his contract, or the team that he goes to restructures his contract because his contract is big. Randy Moss made plays better around him too. Example, Culpepper. But Randy Moss wasn't constantly in the playoffs. Randy Moss, Richard, didn't win Super Bowls. See what I'm saying now? Like, just because a talented player didn't excel places, because you said to me, what makes them talented if we never did anything? Well, Randy Moss on teams the team never did anything. But Randy Moss is so you're actually answering my own question, that you can still have talent on the team and the team can still not succeed, because you just pointed out that Randy Moss made players around him better too, which means Randy Moss had talent, but the team didn't. See what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And the gets for your pizzas, French fries, and I think the only reason Jones hasn't asked for a trade is the new coaching staff. If Gase was still there, Jones would be a no-show and want out for sure. 100%, Mike. If they didn't turn this team around, Rashad, a lot of players wouldn't have wanted to stay, because a lot of players were very upset with the way the team was going. I heard it 17 million. If it's 4 million, 100% he's gone. Yeah, right now it's 4 million in dead if we trade him. 17 million if he's on the team. Please don't trade Jones. He's a beast. I don't want to trade him, but if he does, he does. Some of those undrafted defensive ends we signed can be diamonds, like Ledbetter and the young man from Pittsburgh. Sean, I agree. Again, a lot of questions I'm getting I can't answer until training camp. What is your stance on teams giving players who have caused problems domestically or trouble with the law, such as Kareem Hunt, a second chance? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like that players that smoke weed and players that take Adderall are getting suspensions for years or games, whereas people who are doing domestic violence or off the field stuff like that are not really getting anything. It bothers me. It does bother me a lot. Got to run, bro. See you around. All right, Chibi Squad. Dan Marino had the misfortune to play when Joe Montana was around. If Marino had a complete team like Montana did, it would be really interesting. I agree. 100%. 100% Rhino. Rhino's youth. What end would you trade that we have now to make us better? What end would you trade for that we have now? And Danny, I don't know what you mean by that. What if, wouldn't it be great if Ruddick beat Rosen and Fitz? That would be ridiculous, Adam. It takes 2 to tango. Quarterback doesn't pass and catch, bro. I agree. I'm here. I made it. Yo, boy, Greg. What's up, my dude? I'm excited to see MGT and coaching, management coaching on the same page, both in short term and medium term. Yes, I agree. Doug, Why do you think there are so many rumors about Rashad Jones trade? Drew Rosenhaus basically said last night he's gone. I think there's so much rumors about the trade and stuff because it's a very dead time and Reshad Jones wasn't at OTAs. That's why I think. What's up, Carnell? How you doing, bud? What did we get for Landry? Was the pick this year or next year? It was this year. It was a 4th. I think we traded it. Sean, thank you so much for the $5 donation, dude. I greatly appreciate it. Stay boss, Dougie. Love your attitude about the Dolphins. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Sean. Keep up the good work on being an awesome friggin' subscriber. All you guys are my awesome subscribers. You guys are the best subscribers in all of YouTube. I don't care what anyone says. Let me see if I can find out what we got in the trade. I think we traded down, to be honest with you. Doug Fresh. What did you say? Dougie Fresh, fins up, fellas. What's up, Pete? Sorry for calling you Douglas. Edward, it don't matter. You call me Doug, you call me Douglas. It doesn't matter to me. Gase's eyes look like aliens from Men in Black. Mika Fitzpatrick is slot per PFF. Keep rotating him in. I'm just saying the players we gave up didn't make the players around them better, except Cameron Wake. No, yeah, I agree, Richard. I agree 100%. We're on the same page there. TD and Doug Clappin was as epic as The Simpsons and Family Guy. I think Marino would legitimately throw for 7,000 yards and 16 touchdowns. Yeah, 1,000%. If Dan Marino was playing right now, forget about it. Yeah, we traded our 4th round pick. So the pick that we got for Jarvis Landry, we traded. So we actually didn't take the pick, but we traded to get a pick next year. If a quarterback can make a significant difference for a team, how do you feel the Dolphins will fare Fitzpatrick, Rosen compared to Tannehill? It's hard. It's hard. It's a good question, though. Fitzpatrick and Rosen are different quarterbacks than Tannehill. Tannehill came out very, very raw. He played wide receiver for 2 years, and then he played quarterback for a year and a half. He was very raw, whereas Rosen and Fitzpatrick's been playing quarterback forever. He's also incredibly smart. He went to Harvard. So it's a very good question, Dwayne, but it's a hard question to answer. What's up through FinFan? Marino's to blame. He changed plays. I don't blame him, but that's a fact. What are you guys talking about? What if the Dolphins ran the ball in Marino's time? He didn't have a running back to run the ball. You blame him? I hope we're competitive in the games overall. I honestly think we will be. I don't think there'll be blowouts. Can't wait to see the McMillan Von Kiko thing. FYI, my name is pronounced Rhino Sith. Ah, like a Jedi Sith. Rhino Sith. Thank you. Well, now I got you. I'm going to call you Sith. I'm the best subscriber. Fight me on that. I would like to see Adam Gase's face expression to explain the U.S. economics. This is why you guys are the best. You guys make me genuinely laugh. I'll like read your guys' comments or your guys' stuff on here, and it starts like one way and then it goes another way, and it cracks me up. What do you think of this trade, Doug? Rashad Jones, Tampa Bay, and a 2027. Tampa gives us back Noah Spence and a 2026. Didn't we have Noah Spence? Wasn't Noah Spence on the team? Without his glass knees playing today, Tom Brady wouldn't even be mentioned. Yeah. Baker Von Kiko. Rosen, I'm going to call him Rosen, like he's a baseball player, has been quarterback since middle school. Rosen will be our guy for a while. I would like that. It would make me very happy. It would be a steal, complete steal. Sith, nope. If I was Marino, I would have changed the rush plays too. And no running back. Marino had a running back, David Overstreet, but he died in a car accident. So how do you tell me that he had a back, and then tell me how he didn't have the back, Paul? Why is everyone talking about Gase today? Did he get caught doing drugs? NFL Miami Dolphins. I don't know why. It just came up, and I'm just reading what you guys are saying. Do you think old school football will win an NFL now, run pass 12 times a game, and defense? I think you need to sprinkle in some new school, but I do think old school will still win. I think the trenches is incredibly important, and I think the trenches will win you tons of games. I know we've signed a couple tight ends in the offseason. Are you concerned about the position? If there's a tight end we could trade for it? No, I'm actually pretty good with tight end. And I'm true Finn fan, like true. Come on, bro. Oh, well then why don't you put TRUE? Don't get on me because you spell things differently. Hey, Doug, I don't know if you saw me. No, I saw you, your boy Greg. Said hi. I don't know if you got me, but yeah, I saw you. If Rosen don't get it done, his career is almost over, right? He needs to be in the right system. You know what I'm saying? Keem Spence, his brother. Oh, thanks, Christopher. I saw the Spence and I was like, didn't we have him? Adam Gate's eyes look like he just seen a wardrobe malfunction. Mike Mills, okay. Now, wardrobe malfunction as in a male wardrobe malfunction? Because his eyes were all over the place like he didn't want to see it. At least the Bills and Jets will ruin themselves. They always ruin themselves. David Overstreet was a total badass, but the problem was he ended up dying in a car accident. He was tearing up the NFL dude. He was like leading in rushes and everything. Do your homework, Paul. Not saying. So let me get this straight. Dan Marino had a running back, is what you're telling me, Paul. Which, again, I'm not saying he didn't have one at some games, but in his career, did he ever have a running back that he could rely on season after season? That's what I'm trying to say to you guys, or to you, Paul. You're telling me he had a running back, but then he died, so he didn't have the running back. You know what I'm saying? He had him. He had some games, but he didn't have him throughout his career because the guy died, unfortunately. I'm not reading that, Pete. Zach, you think so? Man, nope, that's not even to me. So are you saying fullback needs to be a staple again? I would love that. Really iterate that run defense, run offense. What if Bo Jackson played with today's sissy rules? Bo Jackson, if he played today, would probably still thrive because Bo Jackson was a beast. He had the speed and the size. Nowadays, people have the speed, not necessarily the size, especially on defense. So you just run people over. Nucleary is going to be a fullback tight end right along with Chandler Cox is a fullback. Yeah, I can see that, Paul. I can see that. Rosen is a poopy duty. It's poopy duty head. Grow up, Christopher. So many teams need a quarterback. Rosen would be a valuable somewhere. Exactly. Last year, Rosen was a first round. This year, second. If he does not show anything, he's done. See, I don't know. Gase has, filling up. Gase has an interview with, I'm not talking about Gase anymore. Doug, we need to organize a Miami Dolphins fan travel package to a game. It's a lot of Dolphin fans in Jersey, right? I'll let you guys know the definite game I'm going down to Miami so you guys can meet up. But I'm thinking it's the third for the Eagles. You don't have a running back if he's dead, though maybe a dead guy was the running back considered the production in Marino's career. Wasn't today the start of minicamp? Tomorrow is the start of minicamp, Elvis. Excited about the D-line this year. I'm expecting things. We'll see, Adam. I'll let you guys know once the pads come on. Yeah, because we were awesome with Lou Polite. I remember that game, that preseason game where Polite just completely destroyed that Falcons corner. Right on his ass. I remember that. Mark Higgins, Bernie, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, John Avery. See where I'm going with this? Marino had no running backs until he retired. I think Rashad trade would benefit everyone if we got a fourth, a fifth. Have Miko and McDonald play safety. We don't even know what Jacob. We don't even know what type of defenses we're going to be running. He was beast mode before beast mode. Yeah, he does. Doug. What's up? Just got in. What's up, Greg? Yeah, I'm not sure why they never really went out and totally got them another running back to replace David, but that's the coach's fault. 100%, Paul. 100%. There's a video on YouTube about Gase being because God. This is Cope. Oh boy, Blaj can run and bowl over. Yeah, he can. I like Drake, though. A lot of guys are down on Drake. I don't know why. I like Drake. I like that Monday night game against the Patriots where he went to hit the hole and the linebacker came in or the safety came in and he spun around him. I like Drake. But again, people have their own opinion and I respect everyone's opinion. When it became clear a team won't beat the Pats, I just hope Tom Brady stays in the game. I already know what you're going to say. Doug, do you remember when Ronnie Brown laid out Champ Bailey? Yes. When we had Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams, I was so happy. I remember when Ricky came back, right? Ricky came back and then he came back to the Dolphins. I was so happy. Amazing how people forget that Rosen was rated higher than all the quarterbacks in the past draft. It's very true. It is true. When is the next giveaway? Gary asks. God, you guys are selfish. I'm just kidding. I'm giving this away. This awesome hat from All Harborfied. He gave me 3 of these hats. One is from me, one is from my father, and one is going to be given away. So I'm doing a fan appreciation video because I appreciate the shit out of you guys. So essentially what I'm doing in the fan appreciation video is I'm opening packages you guys send me. So if you guys sent me anything to my P.O. box, which is always below, I will open that. If you guys send me letters, like if you handwrite a letter or typed a letter and sent it to my P.O. box, I'll be opening those on fan appreciation video. Also, I will be taking your guys' questions and answering those on the fan appreciation video. So on a specific day, I'm going to ask you guys, hey, in this video below, ask me questions from my fan appreciation video. Not saying this one, again, that's an example. I haven't made the date yet for the fan appreciation video. But in that fan appreciation video, you guys are going to ask me questions. I'm going to pick some and answer them. And the best question that gets asked, the question of the day, the winning question of the day, is going to win the hat. That's how I'm going to do it, because I want to do it that way. Because, yeah. What's up, William Frank? How you doing? Media will make him toxic. When I start talking, you guys keep going, I completely lose where you guys. Hey, Doug, how long are you hanging out tonight? Corey Brown asked. Probably about another 15 minutes, then we get off. People might send you Anthrax Pro. Christopher says they scan it. So when you send stuff to my P.O. box, they scan packages. So when you ship stuff out, just so you know, when you ship stuff out, they scan the package so they know what's in it. So if someone did try to do that, they scan it, and then it goes back to them, and then your ass gets arrested. Media won't make him toxic, LOL, from being as young as he is. I missed that conversation. I've always wanted to pick my staff to coach the Dolphins. If you had a chance to pick your own staff, who would it be and why? Wow, Danny, that's a good question. That question might have won you the hat. What's up, Ryan? That's a good question. I need to break. See, you guys ask me questions here that it would literally, like, if you ask me in the comment section, I pick the comment of the day, I can research it and give you the full answer. But that's a good question. Now, past or present, I can bring anyone back, or does it have to be their coaching now? Hell yeah, bring back Ricky Williams and pound of dro. What? What do you think of Drake being a third back and letting Balaj do the dirty work first and second with the fullbacks and tight ends? I want them to just have them both shotgun, have them both in the backfield, and confuse the shit out of people. Who are we going to cover? They're both great. Orlando Gadsden also made the craziest one-hand catch I've ever seen of all time. Yeah, I think it was, if you go back and watch some of my training camp videos, and I had the my intro was like best plays of all time. I honestly think I had that play in there. Red said, read my last comment. Drake is like Barry Sanders, kind of, not saying he is as good, but yeah, no, I agree. I'm gonna look up more stats from Drake and see how many negative yard runs he gets, because some of it has to do with him running behind. Now, the Drake thing, a lot of people like to break down stats, and people like to compare Drake to Balaj to Walton, right? Balaj played, I think Balaj started 3 or 4 games and had a couple runs in 3 or 4 games, right? Whereas Drake was in Adam Gase's system from jump. And Drake also constantly gets put in the backseat. You know, we picked up Foster, and then Drake was sitting. You know, they had Jay sit back, and then Foster ran, and then Jay start, and then Gase never ran the ball nor used his players and his running back properly. So it's hard to compare Drake with Balaj, who's only been in the system for 1 year and barely didn't run as much as Drake, and Walton, who's never been in the system. Got to compare them all when they're all doing it. I like to give Drake an actual chance this year. Exactly, Gary, because we'll actually run the ball now. Imagine if we had Barry Sanders and that would have panned out. Would have been awesome. If Ricky comes back, you wouldn't have to worry about Josh Gordon getting detention for weed. I think the fact that you get suspended so much from smoking marijuana is stupid, but that's just me. Balaj is a full running back. Drake is more of a catching scat back, Paul says. Yeah, but Paul, Balaj's knock coming out of college, and I'll do more research and I'll read more on it. He has a hard time deciphering the holes. So yeah, he's big body and he'll run you over. But the thing, if you look at Balaj and you look at his scouting report, Balaj was more of an open field runner, kind of like Kenyon Drake. I read that Jeff Rosen will be better once the game slows down for him. Yeah, he's still kind of a rookie if you think about it. Really pulling for Cannell Armstrong, a guy I work with, his cousin. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like my man, I like my coffee sealed in an airtight bag in the freezer. Oh my God, this is what I'm talking about. If the offensive line is good this year, the Miami Dolphins are going to be a great team. 100% agree with that. Gotta run, Doug. Peace. All right, Corey. Catch you later. Yeah, I'm gonna get off in like 9 minutes. How do you think our pass rush will be next year? I don't know, because I don't know who's being a pass rusher. I don't know what the team looks like. We'll know in training camp. We'll know like the style and stuff, because in training camp they'll be able to tell us, what the schemes look like. But as of right now, I don't know. He said everyone in the league smokes but doesn't get in trouble because they know when the testing are. Yeah. The amount of punishment they put on their bodies, and for you to say that they just take some Advil, it's just, I don't know. Anyone that you like, past, present, doesn't matter. Shula, I would want Shula back as a head coach, and I think Shula against Adam Gase, not Adam Gase, Shula against Bill Belichick today, Shula would whip his ass every goddamn game. We would be 2-0 against the Patriots every year if Don Shula was our head coach again. Don't at me. Or at me. I don't care. Don Shula, greatest head coach of all time. Has the most wins as a head coach. Has the only team that has won undefeated. Don Shula, greatest of all time. Will the Dolphins serve up another turd sandwich this year, or will we get the BLT or something better than usual? Christopher, well, what is your expectation? It all depends on your expectation, my dude. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It adds no physical advantage to the players, just pain relief. It's useful to have it outlawed in the league. Yeah, Zach, there is studies, and there has been people who have had epilepsy and have had seizures that much it helps. I agree with you on Shula's GOAT. I really hope people give the coaching staff time to fix all. Yeah, don't expect a huge turnaround right now. Rosen plays well enough next year that no quarterback necessary in 2020 draft, and continues to improve year after that. But Trevor Lawrence keeping lights up. Do you trade a draft pick to get Trevor? It's a lot of speculations and ifs. I know very little about the staff now. I only know that a lot of guys came from New England. It just would like to know, what do you think about our staff? Danny says. If you go back, I'm not going to fully break it down, but I will tell you that I did break it down if you go back and check out some of the videos where I talk about the signings and stuff. I know that our defensive coordinator was the linebackers coach on the Packers. I don't know. I have to see. This is what I'm excited about with the seasons. I'm excited to see the coaching staff actually coach and see what they can do. Doug, should I watch every Finns game this year and stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning? I'm from Czech Republic, and if so, why? Roman says. That's hard. That's a hard question. I would tell you to do it if it benefits you physically, if that makes any sense. 8 or 8 is mint, bro. Then no. 8 and 8 is probably best they'll do. Again, as of right now, I haven't seen them do anything, so don't kill me for saying that. But to Roman, should he watch every game? It's hard for you. I'd record them and watch them eventually. Don't watch my videos afterwards until after you watch it, because if I ruin it for you. But I don't know. That's a good question, Roman. Till 2 a.m. Depends on if you have work the next day. How about that? And if if it's a good matchup and if you want to watch it, I don't know. Hopefully there's no coke in the building anymore, right? Do you think it's more beneficial to start Rosen regardless? It depends on your mindset. If you want to win, it depends. It really depends. We make it a wild card. Better quarterback play. Running back should be better. Wide receiver O-line should be better. Disagree on the O-line. Flores' influence on the defense. We will compete hard. JR. So again, I'm not disagreeing with you, but all right. Quarterback play should be better. I say a little bit better. I'm not saying a lot better, but a little bit better. Running back should be better. Running backs are the same. So there's indifferent. Wide receiver, same. So even keel. Offensive line, I don't know if it's better. From beginning of season, I don't know if it's better. Defensive play, I don't know what scheme is going on, and I don't know how they're going to rush the passer, so I can't answer that. But we'll see. Again, I'm not saying the team's going to be bad. I'm not saying that I expect them to go winless, but I don't know. I'm not making predictions until, when I told you, until after training camp. Ryan, you guys had a conversation. Our defense was pretty good last year. We just had a moron named Matt Burke. Paul, I agree we had a moron named Matt Burke. We had 0 pass rush. Our defensive tackles got injured, and our defensive ends got injured. And even when they didn't get injured, we had 0 pass rush. So our defense couldn't stop or get after the quarterback. So it sucked. I watched 3 a.m. in Japan. Wow. Miami has young talent, but good talent. Literally all over the roster. It's all about making them mesh and filling in the rest in the next couple seasons. Yeah, exactly right. That's what the Dolphins are doing. Adam Gase plus Matt Burke equals Adam Burke. Oh my God. Sorry I'm late. Let the games begin. What's up, St. Michael? I want the Dolphins to be contesting for the division champion every year. What that takes is what I want, Lucas, and that's what they're doing. They're building, so they are constantly going after that instead of winning now, giving these aged vets money now to try to win something now. Thanks for the live chat. It's really cool to see other Dolphin fans are thinking fins up, baby. Fins up, Slim Cutta. If our front 7 can get off blocks, then we'll have a good season. Yeah, Dan. I'm telling you, the success of this team depends on the offensive defensive line. Thanks, Doug. Good night. Work in the 5 a.m. Good night. Fins up. All Harborfied, my dude. Hey, Doug, been listening, but working in the shop. All Harborfied, thank you for the $2 donation. If you guys don't know who All Harborfied is, he made the hat that I'm giving away right here. Very awesome. He makes embroidered stuff. He makes stuff also for military. So this, if you look underneath, it has that like canvas. It's really good quality. Got the American flag right here. It's great quality hat. All Harborfied made that first. So everyone shout out to All Harborfied. He's watching in his shop right now. Appreciate the cap giveaway, but I would like to purchase one. That's all up to All Harborfied. I will get in contact with All Harborfied. I don't know how you can purchase one right now, but I'll talk to him. If you want that one specifically, I'll talk to him and see if I can shout out his website and if his company is making these. But I don't know as of right now, so don't. As of right now, don't even think about it. We'll get an elite pass rusher or two in next year's draft. The only thing I want to see this year is Rosen. That's a very good point. Is Rosen doing good, and who do you think will win the quarterback position? Fins up. Human Peter McNally. Rosen is still learning the system, so it's taking him a hot minute. So, All Hard Fight said, full disclosure, I don't make the hat, he embroiders it. So he doesn't make the hat, but he embroiders this. Again, I'm giving the hat away. I'm not selling the hats. I don't have enough hats or made enough hats. It was a very kind gesture by All Hard Fight. I'm giving this hat away. If you'd like to purchase one, I will talk about making my own hats and branding stuff. Again, I'm making merch. I have merch in the works. I'll show you some stuff that I've been working on. Been making merch, guys. So I got like this stuff going. I'm going to put on t-shirts and stuff. So I'm going to be making stuff. So as of right now, I'm just doing the giveaway. But back to Human Peter McNally. Rosen has to learn the system. So it's taking him a hot minute to learn the system. And that's why you're not hearing a lot from Rosen. It's because he's still trying to learn the system. Do you think Tyrod Taylor would have been a good fit for us? He would have been different. Let me just say that. He would have been different. I'm going to share your YouTube to a few Dolphin fan pages I'm part of. This is Dolphins Hold. Oh, thanks, Slimcut. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, let's get this channel to 10,000 subs, guys. Let's get it up there. I told you guys when I hit 10,000 subs, I'm giving a jersey away, because that's a big, big, big accomplishment for me to get 10,000 subs. So once I hit 10,000 subs, I'm going to be giving a jersey away. Thanks, Doug. It was great to see you finally live. Hope to see you next time. Like to have a lot. All right, Roman. Have a good one, my bud. How multiple do you think our defense will be as far as 3-4-4-3 mix? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. But that is going to end the live stream, my dudes. Hung out a little longer than I thought, hour and a half. But thank you guys all for hanging out. Enjoyed chatting with you guys. You guys made me laugh. We broke 128 thumbs ups. Had about 100 and something of you guys in here. Greatly appreciate you guys. Tomorrow, mandatory mini camps start tomorrow. Damon, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I greatly appreciate it. Tomorrow starts mandatory mini camp. Will Rashad Jones be there? Will he not be there? I don't know. But you guys are getting a video from me tomorrow, mandatory mini camp. I don't know what it entails when it comes to open to the media. I don't know what it entails when it comes to stuff I'll be able to tell you. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. You're going to get a video from me tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Every day of mandatory minicamp, you guys are going to get a video from me. So I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Again, thank you guys so very much for hanging out. I love doing live streams. I love hanging out with you guys. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow with another Dolphin video. Like usual, stay classy and fins up.